I'm Joshua Hinlin, and today I'm on the border of North and South Korea in the DMZ, or the Demilitarized Zone. This is one of the most fascinating strips of land in the world. It is a border that was agreed upon at the end of the Korean War in 1953, and on 2 kilometers of either side is completely demilitarized along this border that was agreed upon. Today, it is a habitat for lots of the wildlife and birds and stuff in this area, but then there are also places you can visit here. One of the spots is a tunnel. This is tunnel number 3. You're able to walk down into it. So this is a spot where North Korea dug a tunnel to come in to South Korea. The South Koreans discovered it, and then they were able to dig a counter tunnel, and they've opened it up for tourists now. You can see there's like a museum over here, and then the entrance is on the other side. There's also a observatory point, and so part of the experience is to come out here and then you can look over into the North Korean side from an observatory. One of the kind of interesting, bizarre things here is that you're obviously on the border with North and South Korea, and so you've got kind of the constant news of a nuclear war and invasion happening from North Korea, and yet people are out here almost like it's an amusement park. There's constant selfies, there's tons of families with kids here going into the tunnel. It doesn't feel like you're in one of the world's, hottest potential war zones when you're walking around here. We've made our way inside the Dora Observatory now, so you're not allowed to film in the tunnel that I showed you earlier. This is the best view you're gonna get of North Korea during your visit here. So everything beyond the river that you see out there is North Korea. 2 of the most iconic landmarks are the giant flagpoles. So on the right, the South Korean one is 100 meters tall. On the left is the North Korean one at 160 meters tall. They had kind of a battle to see which one could get taller. The city out there actually used to be, when relations were better between the North and South, an industrial center where the South built factories to take advantage of cheap North Korean labor. And so there used to be more back and forth. That has all been shut down as just in the last few weeks, North Korea has started to completely close down the border and stop trains and cars going between the 2 countries. But there's a tall black building out there that was kind of the communication liaison building that was between North and South Korea, and the North actually blew that up a little while back. So the situation is only getting worse in terms of kind of like how open the border is in recent years. But there's also some military guardhouses out there, and then each side has a kind of a peace village as well on each side of the border. But you're able to get in quite extensive views of the North Korean side. There's a little guardhouse out there, kind of like the top of the one hill right in front of where I'm sitting, that is where the tunnel that we were at earlier started. So that's where they started digging that tunnel. There's this model down here in front of us as well that shows a lot of that, and then the huge crowds of people. There's just busloads of people constantly coming and going from all of these sites. But this is the Dora Observatory, and it's going to give you your best view of North Korea. So this and the tunnel are certainly kind of the 2 main, best, most interesting attractions here when you come to the DMZ. Another interesting thing here to be aware of if you come out and visit this area is that everything is constantly changing in terms of hours and availability and what you can access. So the kind of joint security area, or the famous kind of blue UN buildings that are right on the border where you can stand with the guards and get your photos, actually been closed for quite a while. So that area isn't even open to go into anymore as of October 2024. So you've got to be aware of things like that. These things are kind of always changing. So do your best to get kind of up-to-date research, or ask some of the tour companies. If you want to come out here from Seoul, you can actually do that from a shuttle bus, which makes it really easy. So it's about an hour to hour and a half from Seoul. So a shuttle bus is kind of the way that I would get out here with a tour company. It works well, but you can take a personal vehicle as well. There's also a gondola across the river that you can take from kind of the Peace Village. But the main things you'll do when you come out here is tour the tunnel and the observatory. And then there's kind of a Peace Village area that you can check out too. So it's definitely worth coming out here just for the experience and seeing what it's like. And then, like I said, just kind of being in one of the world's kind of hottest zones for potential conflict is a really interesting experience. So definitely recommend this if you come out to Seoul. Thanks for watching.